Hey everybody, hi, nice to see you. Well, I can't see very much of anything except my own face in the camera, so just being crazy and talking to myself again. But hey everyone, nice to visit you once again. I'm making a video today. This is my 4 months taking Buspirone, which is my anti-anxiety, and taking I'm about 3 months, just about 3 months into Wellbutrin. So I'm taking the both. Again, another combination pharmaceutical video of your dreams. But I'm gonna kind of touch upon both individually and I guess together during this video. So thank you, first of all, so much for liking and subscribing to my videos. And I've got about 52 subscribers, woot woot, raise the roof. And which is wild because I made a very spirited video not that long ago about having 16 subscribers. So wow, 52 subscribers, man, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So I'm just gonna go and talk to you about how I'm doing and what I'm feeling and how everything is going. Shall we? Let's. So first of all, let's just say, what are the positives? So it's still going, it's still working for me. Taking the Buspar, it's still great. Has it decreased in effectiveness? Yes, it has decreased a little bit in effectiveness, though it is kind of hard to judge because my life is just a hurricane of stress and unexpected obstacles. And I've really gone through quite a bit over this last time. I'm currently in nursing school, and which is just a complete slog, very emotionally and physically taxing. And I'm also working this whole time, and I'm also dating in a new relationship, and that's fun, but then also stressful. You know how it is. You know how it is. And so things have been very difficult on some days. I've had some bad days, had some good days. But on the whole, still doing well. I am currently taking the 10 milligrams into 2 doses, so 5 milligrams in the morning with food and 5 milligrams at 5 p.m. with food. And I find that overall it's still very helpful. I still get anxious. I definitely still get anxious, but it still does feel like I have a little extra hand, a little extra help, a little extra support. That Buspar is giving me that extra boost that I coined in an earlier video. And it's true. It really does feel that way. All of the side effects of Buspar are long gone. So for me, I've mentioned in earlier videos, which is like headache, a little bout of nausea, a little bout of feeling a little bit like a zombie. All that stuff is gone. No sleep disturbances, gone. Everything's gone. Everything is good. So yeah, nothing to complain about there. Negative symptoms, I really can't tell. The only negative thing that I'd say is that it has diminished a little bit. And recently, I have been just going through exams, all sorts of exams, and a lot of crazy interpersonal stuff, and been feeling really down and confused and lost and depressed and anxious. And I have thought about it. You know, you see that bottle in the distance, and you're like, should I raise the dose? Am I there yet? Do I need it? Do I need this extra life raft? And I haven't done it, you guys. I'm still on the 10 milligrams, and I think I'm sticking with it. But I talked to my pharmacist, and she said, you know what? You can do the 15 milligrams if you want. It's not a big deal. In the big scheme of things, the top end of the dosage is 60 milligrams. People out there popping 60 mgs of the Buspar. And I'm over here just doing like little Tic Tacs of my 5 milligrams. So 15, not a big deal. But I'm gonna kind of save it for a special hellish kind of day. Right now, things are just kind of like, you know, pre-rapture. It's like I feel like the end is near, but it's not here yet. So I'm just gonna like stick with a 10. With the Wellbutrin, so now again, I've been taking about 3 months into the Wellbutrin. Is it still effective? Yes. And in a very interesting way. So has it decreased in effectiveness? Definitely. I like this format where I'm asking myself questions and then answering it. Will I continue to do this? Yes. First when you take Wellbutrin, you know, they're like lightning. It's like lightning in a little bottle. It's like you take it and you're like, zip zap, I feel like a superhero. I'm gonna run 3 miles today. And then I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm gonna make myself a nice little quaint little breakfast. And then I'm gonna run 3 more miles because you have so much energy. You have so much energy, you're a little manic. And the thing about being manic is that even though you're nuts and everyone's like, dude, this guy's nuts, you love it. Like, being manic is great. It's euphoric, you have energy, you're like, I can do anything. I can do anything. I'm gonna run for office. Like, you just feel wonderful. And it's a little intoxicating. And then slowly but surely you get off, you start coming down from being so cuckoo bananas all the time. And then you just are more or less like a normal person. And you're like, oh man, I kind of miss crazy me. But it still gives me energy. The great trade-off here, or the great thing about the Wellbutrin, is that there were more side effects with the Wellbutrin than there were with the Buspar. Buspar was like just headaches. And I was like, ugh, I have a headache. With Wellbutrin, I was like, I can't sleep. Will I ever go to sleep again? But then you have so much energy. You're like, do I need to sleep again? But you do. And then also I had like a lot of GI issues, gastrointestinal issues like constipation, and I felt kind of bloated for whatever reason. Everyone's like, Wellbutrin is gonna make you lose weight and you're gonna become super hot and sexy. And I was like, when? Because I feel super bloated. When is that happening? Is it hot, sexy time yet? I didn't lose weight really on Wellbutrin. I think I did for a little bit, and then I more or less went back to normal. Weight. Also, my appetite was a little suppressed on Wellbutrin, but I'm back and cracking. I'm just eating chips. I don't even realize it. Sometimes I forget to breathe because I'm eating so much. So I have been, it's still been positive, but it has a decreased value. So I'm currently taking 150 milligrams of the XL formula of Wellbutrin. XL it's an extended release formula, enterically coated. So when I take it, it slowly is released in my stomach. I almost said tummy. How old am I? Slowly released in my stomach over the course of a day. And so it's nice. It kind of gives you energy. What I will say, though, about the Wellbutrin, which is very interesting. So Wellbutrin is for given off-label sometimes for ADHD. It's supposed to help you focus. Do I have ADHD? Yeah, probably. So I took it, and yeah, like when I first had it, I was like, oh snaps, I can read better. So imagine if I just said read and didn't say better. So I found that I could kind of focus a little bit better, which was great because I'm in school and I'm like, this is the advantage that I need. And it was very helpful. But now that the positive effects have kind of petered out a little bit, I mean, still positive, still helpful, still feel a lift, but they've kind of petered out a little bit. I found that that focus thing is gone. I don't really feel particularly focused at all anymore. I don't feel like super unfocused, but I don't feel as focused. And do I want to raise my dosage up? Not really. I'm more okay with raising my Buspar up. I'm a little bit less excited about raising my Wellbutrin up. It is basically a methamphetamine and kind of lowers your seizure threshold, and you don't really want to mix it with like alcohol. And it's another thing I'll talk about. And so I'd rather just try to have minimal amount of chemicals popping through my brain. But then also, I have a quick theory. I'm gonna try to make this under 10 minutes, so I'll really wrap it up. So my quick theory about the Wellbutrin is that the thing about it is you kind of can't really tell when you're tired sometimes. It does give you energy and you wake up pretty spry and spirited and energetic. But I think what it does is it kind of can mask some of your tiredness. So don't forget to sleep. So try to get into bed. I know it's the hardest thing in the world because there's so much Netflix to be Netflixed. Try to get in bed as soon as you can, or try to sleep, try to get that 7 to 8, really get that. Try to force yourself like you're a little fussy little kid and you're trying to, your parents try and put you to bed and you're like, but I'm not tired. And then you press your head to the pillow and it's like, so try to get in bed, try to sleep, try to get that 7 to 8 if you can get it. I never get 7 to 8. I usually get about 6, but I'm trying to get this 6, trying to get a solid 6 to 7. Last thing I'll say, wrap it up, because my videos are always like unbelievably long, every video is like a Lord of the Rings extended edition. Love those movies. Changed my life. Last thing I'll say is about alcohol, because I do notice a lot of people ask me about alcohol. They're like, hey, you're on crazy drugs. Can you drink alcohol? Hey, can you do drugs on your drugs? That's the question I get asked. Can you do drugs on your drugs? Can you drink on your drugs? And I was very, you know me, I'm super clean. I'm Mr. Clean with long hair and brown. And I've always tried to, especially during the loading phase of these drugs, I stay super duper clean. Don't drink alcohol, don't do any drugs, don't smoke weed, don't do anything, just super clean eating, super clean everything. And I didn't do any drugs or anything, which is not super crazy for me, but I didn't do any of that stuff for months, the first 2-3 months of these drugs. But quite recently, I've been partying. Now, I've been going to like little events or whatever and having drinks. Very freaky for me, because I'm anxious about everything. And so I was like, okay, well, if I have a sip of this wine, will I die? No. But I will kind of just say that when it was still kind of new in my system and I was drinking, it seemed like the alcohol really negated the effects of the medication. So the day after, I was kind of anxious again. Not super anxious, but it really kind of did to negate the effects of the medication. I was kind of anxious again. I was kind of nervous again. I was like, ooh, this is not good. So I gotta be kind of careful. And then recently I had another drink, and now that there's more of it in my system, I can kind of drink and I won't experience too much of that effect. Still, I feel a little wonky after I drink, but I'm old, so I feel wonky. Weed, I smoked weed one time on this stuff, and it I didn't feel anything other than bad. I just felt bad. So not really looking forward to doing that again. And so if you're on a really high dose of this stuff, try not to drink, really try not to drink. If you're on a low dose of this stuff, drink responsibly. And again, not a professional, that's not a prescription, so, use your discretion, talk to an actual health professional who you actually have an appointment with, and you just don't click his link on YouTube. So anyway, I'll just wrap it there. This video is like crazy, super duper long, but again, thank you so much, everybody. I know I left out a lot of stuff, but please ask me any questions in the comments down below. I love you guys. Thank you all for all the support and the comments. It really makes my day to wake up and see that these videos are just like kind of helpful. And you know what? You're brightening my day by sending me your comments and your support. So thank you so much. Like and subscribe to these videos if you like what I'm doing, or if you don't like what I'm doing and you're using reverse psychology on me. It might work. Okay, so take care, everybody. Talk to you later.